I think the Team WE have a good draft. You know, they've got great damage, especially late game with the Azir side lane, the Ornn upgrades. But AL...
But top lane Cube just based and ported. So Flandre has the first collapse if he wants to play for this river fight. Tarzan says, Monkey, do you really want to take this fight, brother? The flash from Monkey is followed by Tarzan. Cars swoops on in. Shanks with the passive revs up those autos for first blood, and Cars will fall too.
I just have to say, it's on Monkey right now, and he's everywhere on the map.
Cube is in trouble. Tries to flash. I mean, he still gets flashed on, but Tarzan will fall to the turret shot.
For him.
Flandre already prepping that dive for another kill to be hand-fed to Tarzan. Monkey is here for the collapse. Instant Cataclysm right onto Cube. Looks for the flag and drag. However, it takes a little too long to try and finish off the kill, and Monkey's there for the punish. Getting a one-up on the MVP.
Well, that's a nice...
Back off for now. Does have Smite to go for a second round, but wants to see if he can punish Flandre. Ignite and Flash at the ready from this Rumble. Overheated, Monkey dashes in with the audacious charge. Flash for the 3 talent strike, knock up, and Cube secures the kill.
Okay, so Tarzan trade on AL side, but Team WE saying, okay, look, we do know how to scrap as well.
Ends up being all 3.
There's a big big item discrepancy in the mid lane right now, and Monkey takes a bit, all the flash in.
Two-man shockwave in the 2-man flag and drag the Cataclysm onto 1. Cars tries to put him into a bouncy house and manages to survive.
I mean, living that is huge. Okay, you're losing more, and there is a Nautilus hooking in to try to, you know, close the gap, stop some bases.
They have the goal to kind of just brute force their way into it. Can WE use vision to their advantage?
Yeah, Team WE do have item spikes, which is pretty important. They are down a lot of gold, but the item completions are very even. No TPs for the mid laners who are up in the top lane, so it's just going to be a 4v4 down here in bot.
Tarzan goes in, EQ flag and drag onto multiple people, but he is the first one bursted out. Flandre with the flank and the equalizer roasts them alive, instantly takes out 2, but Flandre cut off from the rest of anyone's Legends core. He manages to flash out at the last possible second. They don't get a chance to stop the dragon from being taken, but during this entire sequence, Gebetto, Shanks is pushing and getting solo. WE think, okay, we did pretty good at this fight, and they're like, wait, we're down now 4,000 gold. Tarzan making the engage on the Yao Yao, gets snagged up by the dredge line and locked in place, but the quick stand behind me gets over the wall to Monkey, but about not in a safe place anymore. Tarzan isolates him from the rest of the group, and now WE contemplating a way to escape, or at least keep their distance. Monkey decides to go back in. Flash from Kyle gets him out alive. Tarzan might be a little worse for wear, but he goes back in with another EQ flag and drag. Bullet time for the shockwave as well. Blows up 2. Gets the double kill onto Cars. This is here. Monkey does not have access to, or does have access to, empowered TP from his top lane quest. Rift Herald is dropped in the mid lane. Dredge line does snag onto Yao Yao, flag and drag for the knockup right on top. Forced to flash away. He was not in range for the stand behind me, as a flash down on Braum as well as the exhaust. And tier 2 turret does get felled. Gonna make the charge into the inhibitor.
So what I want to ask, Rafa, is what exactly have we learned from this game 1? This is a nice hook, but is this a kill? Does he just die?
Cube does flash away. Monkey now leading the charge. It's a teleport coming in from Karis, but Flandre answers it. So WE are going to call off the play. Monkey goes in. Okay, well, Crescent Guard is popped. He can block damage from both Shanks and Bullet Time for now. Cars with the Emperor's Divide does scoop in. Shanks! They get him! Big shutdown, but what about the rest of the Panda squad as they lay waste and completely ruin WE? Ace at 22 minutes and Baron's on the menu.
Okay, well, what I learned from that fight is Karis' Azir is not bad, but you need to do more than just kill this Orianna.
So going forward into the series, I know it sounds pretty predeterministic to be like, okay, yeah, we're already talking about game 2, but come on. This is a
I'm talking about game 2.
Yeah. This is a 10,000 gold lead from anyone's legend, and what we can look for from WE is that, hey, if we can manage to not get bled out this much gold before we get into these team fights, as we get another one breaking out in this red side jungle. Call the Forge God already used. Glacial Fissure, decent knock up on the two members. Tarzan below 50% HP, so is Kyle. Shakes wants to go in. Shockwave on the two. Monkey tries to sweep into the back line, manages to assassinate Kyle and speeds on out. But this just feels like a consolation prize as the bullet time executes him where he stands. Triple kill for Hope.
Happy to play the Azir and the Akali into it, and has normally found a ton of success. In this game, against one of the best...
They're not showing anything new. There's no trick cards being revealed early on, not just for WE's sake, but for the rest of the league's sake. As Monkey, oh man, he got roasted in the 1v2 and Flodger flashes away. Don't tell me he escapes and even throws down the equalizer just to make sure the cars can't get to him. He's gonna go gold and burns him away with the flame spitter. I think Flodger got a little too greedy for it, but I respect the flair and the style points, keeping Chorus at bay while the rest of his team is trying to finish the game here at 26 minutes. Glacial Fissure knocks up Hope briefly, and the turret aggro was starting to ramp up, so forcing AL back off for now. Chorus manages to recall in time, but they've got Baroned up minions, and one more wave. The EQ flag and drag into the bullet tide. Good night, Chorus, Yao Yao, and about. We're talking about game 2, because game 1 is already wrapped up.
I mean,